such an asshole.
So Cappy got paid for an original. Original is just where I get to talk about what I want to talk about, which inevitably I will, but sometimes if someone pays me to do an original, I think a request, then I got to do that first, obviously. But now I get to talk about what I want. And the world is the gift that keeps on giving. I will never run out of material. And this one stood out to me. It's actually quite a non-event. One woman killed, 5 men hurt in mass shooting at Minneapolis's Boom Island Park, police say. So, it's not good when one person dies, but it's only one. Like Chicago, you don't even report the news if one person gets, right? It's got to be 5 or more. I don't know how the Democrats report this. Anyway, so what stood out about this is they talk about the shooting and the thing at Boom Island. Boom Island is this island on the north side of Minneapolis. It's in the river park area. It's all the other shit that happened that night that is listed in this article. I remember reading this article and then trying to find it again because all the other articles only focus on the one shooting, but there's a whole bunch of other shit going on that night. So, a woman killed, 5 men hurt in mass shooting at Minneapolis's Boom Island Park, police say. A woman is dead and 5 men are hurt after a shooting late Sunday night amid a large gathering in the Minneapolis's Boom Island Park, according to the Minneapolis Police Department. That should have been banned long ago. No offense to the Minneapolis Police Department, but they voted 52 to 48 to keep you. If we only got another 4%, then you guys wouldn't have to respond to this. In a press conference held earlier Monday morning at the park, Police Chief Brian O'Hara said reports of gunfire came in at about 9:30 p.m. with his officers and Minneapolis Police Park officers arriving to find a very chaotic scene involving at least 100 people. 3 men were found suffering from gunshot wounds in the park, while an injured woman was found in a vehicle near the park's entrance at 11th Avenue Northeast and Sibley Street Northeast. O'Hara said she later died at Hennepin Healthcare. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner has identified the woman as 23-year-old Stagiana Katria Shapriya Whitting of Brooklyn Center. Of course. 2 more men later arrived at an area hospital. Of the 5 survivors, O'Hara says 1 suffered apparently life-threatening injuries, while the rest suffered non-life-threatening injuries. A woman was also believed to have been knocked unconscious in the melee that followed the shooting. Her condition is unknown. Well, that's right. St. Cloud had like a fight break out at one of their tech college, right? It was a tech, or was it a tech high school? It was a graduation. These are all adults. Apparently there was a fight at the graduation. O'Hara says they believe there was more than one shooter involved and no arrests have been made. He says investigators are looking into what led up to the gunfire. There are literally hundreds of pieces of evidence that they are going through, and our investigators are following up on several leads at this time. O'Hara said, "This is outrageous. It's outrageous. It's more akin to a war zone, the amount of shell casings that the officers are recovering here than something you would find in a park. It's just sickening. Somebody must do something about it. Harumph, harumph, harumph." Are we going to have fathers back in the households? No. Oh, well, okay. Are you going to cut welfare spending so people have to get jobs and focus on, I don't know, showing up at a job on time, learning a skill or a trade? No, we're just going to keep feeding fuel to the fire. All right, no, that's okay. That's all right. Later, police also responded to a crowd. Okay, so here's where this is one night. Later, police also responded to a crowd that gathered outside Hennepin Healthcare where some of the victims were taken. O'Hara says there was another incident at the park on Friday night involving juveniles. Now we're on our 3rd one. So there was an incident at the hospital, and then 2 days before, there was another incident at the park involving juveniles, but he didn't elaborate on what occurred, only noting that he doesn't believe it was connected to Sunday's shooting. Even without this incident, obviously we're concerned going into the summer where there historically is a spike in violence, O'Hara said. Yeah, here's everyone standing at the hospital. Is that? Oh, yeah, that's downtown. That's not on the north side. According to the city's crime dashboard, 37 units responded to this park shooting. Law enforcement also converged at Hennepin Healthcare as dozens gathered outside while some of the victims received treatment. About 24 hours before the mass shooting, a park police officer was kicked in the face while confronting a couple at East Cedar Lake Beach after it closed for the night. Oh, yeah, I know. I used to run around there. I know that. I know the running route right there. Back in the day, people would kayak. Now it's just a drug den, right? Where police get kicked in the face. Police say a man was arrested for the assault, as was a woman for obstruction. On Friday night, shots were fired. This is Friday. This is another incident before all that. 3 a.m. arena at Matriarchy on the University of Minnesota campus, injuring two men ages 49 and 19. No arrests have been made for the shooting, and it wouldn't matter because we released them anyway, and our women would sleep with them because they love criminals, which occurred after a Wayzata High School graduation ceremony. Trouble in paradise? O'Hare says police will target a large-scale operation partnering with state, county, and federal law enforcement to help combat the increase in crime. Minneapolis City Council member Reich Rainville says he loves criminals and hates the cops, but does want to get reelected, so he says the cops shouldn't do anything. Well, wait, you didn't say that. Actually, I don't know what Mike Rainville cares. I mean, most of you city council people are in a quandary. Like, most of the people that voted you in are criminals and are pro-criminal until they get crime committed against them. But then they're not going to report it, right? Because cops are pigs. Says he wants the Minneapolis Park and Recreation Board to close the Boom Island gates at 8 p.m. You can't have good things. I read long ago. We're talking, I think, my second day on campus. Classes hadn't even started yet. 1993. I walked from the university campus all the way up to Boom Island. You follow the river. And man, I knew I was in for shit. I couldn't articulate, like, this sucks. I'm looking around like, what? There was no one out there at that time. I remember, it was probably a warm fall day, warm fall night. Hey, you were fine. And now, there's just shootings going on now. Like, God, I'm going to get some kind of, this wire bothers me. I always hook my elbow in it. All I want to point out is, again, the economic experiments we're having with municipalities, and your experience you are having with communism. That's it. No, it's not. I'm not simplifying it. It's that simple. In this particular case, you have matriarchy because I guarantee you, when we look at the cause of it, it's going to be a lack of fathers. That's all it's going to be. San Francisco, you have did you finally start arresting people who started stealing from your businesses? And there was another article. The Fog closed. I don't know anything about it, but another restaurant that's been there for 40 years closed. Okay, don't care. This is what you get with matriarchy. This is what happens when you kick fathers out of your community. This is where you think you can replace fathers with the government and patty cake, and there's no discipline, there's no structure, there's no punishment. This is coming from a city that was technically 2, because 2.1 point if you would have voted to have the police eradicated. That's how close you were. And I know this culture, right? There's your policies you can have, economic, policing, whatever. They could be communist, fine. But then there's the people, and the people in Minneapolis are mentally ill. They really believe in just the good intentions of anyone. We just get those nasty cops and the nasty rich people, and we have more free shit. And now you got you cop. You guys are babysitting. You're babysitting. That's what you're doing. You're babysitting a bunch of adult children. And that's where matriarchy leads. And communism. But I repeat myself. And unfortunately, it's the city of Minneapolis, the people of Minneapolis, all those people, okay, right? The people at the barbecue. How many of them just want to have a barbecue? Probably a nice day, right? It's finally getting warm in the Twin Cities. I remember, oh my God, it's above 70. Right? How many people just want to have a barbecue at a park? And now you can't. Because a critical mass of people weren't raised by fathers. And you got an enabling cake and carrots, motherly, oh my God, we just need more hugs. We just need more hugs. And there's like shootings and people getting kicked in the face. Another multiple shootings. And then, oh my God, we got to go to the hospital. And a group of people are showing up at the hospital. You got to worry about, is there going to be another shooting? You raise feral adults. That's what matriarchy does. You raise feral adults because generally the mother side of parenting is cakes and nurturing and kindness and understanding. And the father's is I'm a vengeful God pulling off the belt to switch punishment and discipline and negative reinforcement. You can't do it without both. But if you remove the fathers, they never grow up. You got a bunch. Your major leftist towns, your major leftist shitholes are cities and municipalities of communist adult children. You're feral. And inevitably, you got to have something come in there. I mean, I would have loved to see pure anarchy where the cops just went away. I would love to see maintain law and order then. And it would stop once you got to the other cities where they had their own police departments or perhaps the state patrol. But I would have loved to see your city without the cops. Would have loved to see it. And now you got the cops there, and now they're running. They're stretched very thin. What is Minneapolis PD down? Like a third? Hang on. Department, which is down. Okay, so ideally, oof. Dude, if I was a Minneapolis cop, I'd leave now. I'd go do Uber and I'd just leave Minneapolis. So ideally, they're staffed at 920. Right now, they have 588. So from an ideal, they are 37% down. They are 2/3 at staff ideal. City charter mandates a minimum of 713. So from the minimum, they are down 18%. So about a fifth. But yeah, you're down a third. Oh. Decline. City launched $1 million recruitment. Yeah. Come to our city where we train our people to hate cops, to hate you. Oh, and then we arrest our cops that have a wrongful death lawsuit. Yeah, no. City council, we're going to take it. Don't need no cops. You cops got to do your job with your arm tied behind you. Oh, we're going to arrest you. We're not going to stand behind. Oh, we're going to. Not for police violence, by the way. Nah. Let me go babysit a bunch of feral adult matriarchal communist children who are trained to hate the cops. Nah, I don't think I'm going to do that. No, I don't think I will. And my heart does go out to all the Minneapolis police officers, except for you cocksuckers that would always give rolling stop tickets. See, St. Paul cops, now it's been a while, but the Minneapolis cops would always give you bullshit tickets because the Minneapolis, they were tax collectors. So kind of go fuck yourselves. But I do feel bad for the actual men and women of the police department who actually have to do it. But for those of you that give a rolling stop or 5 over, fuck you, you deserve it. So yeah. St. Paul, never had a problem with St. Paul. Okay, hey, you're going a little faster, buddy. Okay, sorry, officer. All right, just watch it, son. Minneapolis, you did a rolling stop. No, I don't give a shit. Here's your $170 ticket when you're a poor 27-year-old. Fuck you very much. How many buildings burned down in your? Oh, that's too bad. The 3rd precinct, huh? It's gone. That's just too bad. Fuckers. We got no super chats. Perfect. All right. See you guys later. Toodles.